Good evening and namaskar. I would like to welcome all the viewers to the presentation. You all are heartily welcome to Genius Lakshya, which is a unique initiative by the Genius Group of institutions where the students from standard 7 onwards will be taught, trained, guided and motivated to join the mainstream of the Government of India, that is IAS, Indian Administrative Service, IPS, Indian Police Service, IFS, Indian Foreign Service, IRS. So we will be teaching you, training you, and guiding you to join as an officer. You will join the mainstream of Government of India, and you will play a crucial role in the transformation of the society. So the whole objective of Genius Lakshya is to accomplish the goal of your life, and this is a novel initiative, and anyone across the nation can join this initiative, which is a free platform for your life, free platform for your career. So you all are an important part of this journey, and by joining this initiative you will learn a lot of things. As we know that every time we have been analyzing the latest current affairs, what is going in the world today, and the questions are asked from the current affairs, and we will be analyzing the current affairs throughout. So in a due course of time, you will be very, very intelligent. You will understand what is current affairs. You will understand what is international relations. You will understand what is bilateral relations. You will understand what is diplomatic relations. You will understand how the world functions. You will understand so many things, and you will be upgrading yourself in the best possible way. So our presentation will definitely enhance your knowledge. So you will know a lot of things, and you will enhance yourself by the latest current affairs of the world. Okay, so today, the same way, according to the UPSC syllabus, we will analyze the relationship between India and Iran. We will analyze the relationship between India and Iran. What kind of relationship we have with Iran? We will look at the historical background of Iran, the cultural ties of between India and Iran, the political relationship between India and Iran, what kind of geopolitics, politics on geography, politics on land is geopolitics. Also, we will analyze the geopolitics of India and Iran. So, dear friends, first of all, you must be aware of its locations. If must be, you must be aware of locations. And if you are aware of locations, then easily you will understand why a particular country is more important for other countries, why a particular port is more important for other countries, why a particular airport is more important not for the country where the port is situated, but it is also significant for other countries. because we know that no countries in the world can survive by itself. No countries in the world can stay alone. So it is always very, very important to know what kind of relations are there among the countries. So good evening and welcome Manisha ma'am and other students. So what kind of relationship we have with our neighboring countries? Repeatedly I have been bringing this presentation with you. So far we have discussed many relations with our neighboring countries, the diplomatic relations, the geopolitical relations among the countries. The same way I have brought to you another important topic, or in fact this is the current topic, very important topic. If you are reading the best newspaper like the Hindu, the Economic Times, the Indian Express, then definitely you will be aware of the fact that India and Iran have a joint venture to establish, and they have been working upon a particular project, namely Chabahar Port. We know that ports are very important. Without ports, it is very difficult for us to go from one country to another country, or to trade our goods, to take our goods from one country to another country. So ports are very important, and we will understand where is Chabahar Port, where is Gwadar Port, what is the importance of Chabahar Port for India. If India fails to develop Chabahar Port in Iran, then what will be its negative impact upon India? And if it becomes successful in developing the Chabahar port, then we can easily access to Central Asia. We can take our goods, we can export our goods to so many countries like Afghanistan, Central Asia, Russia, and many. So it is very important to understand one thing, and the fact is that we have to maintain good relationship with our neighboring countries. And yes, good evening Astaji and welcome. And we know that in order to survive in the world, even the superpower like America needs other countries. And India, being a developing country, going to be a superpower country in the future, is supposed to have very good relationship with almost all the countries for trade, for business, because no country in the world can say that I don't need other countries. It is absolutely impossible. So the same way, today we will understand where is Chabahar Port, what is the importance of Chabahar Port, what is the strategic means technical, strategic importance of Chabahar Port. How many ports are there in our country? You write me on the comment box. How many ports are there in our country? And which is the largest port in India? And name the ports in Gujarat, because our topic today is about port. Which are the ports? How many ports are there in our country? Please tell me about it. So we will analyze what is the importance of Chabahar port. It is in Iran, and recently we got the message that India has started maintaining relationship with China. And since beginning we know that China helps other countries with a different intention. It helps in making infrastructure in other developing countries. China helps in rail projects. China helps in energy related projects. China helps in construction of the roads and transportations. So it is very very important. The answer is Kandla is the biggest port in Gujarat. Very good. Good one, Sujalji, you are right. Then, which are the other ports in India? Ports in Odisha, ports in Andhra Pradesh. Many ports are there in India, right? Because India is surrounded by waters. Huh? So it is very very important to know the ports. So let me share the presentation with you, and if you have any doubts, any queries, if you don't understand anything, then you can write me on the comment box. I will answer. I will clear your doubt. Okay. So today's topic is India and Iran relationship with regards to Chabahar port and Chabahar Jahedan railway line project. Apart from Chabahar port, we will be analyzing another rail project between India and Iran. Okay, the answer has come that there are 13 major ports. Wow, very good. Fine. So I am sharing the presentation with you. Be there and understand it. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment box. I will answer it. Okay. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, you are requested to do so. And don't forget to press the bell icon for getting updation and new videos. So India and Iran engagement means relationship. Okay, India and Iran engagement means relationship. It comes under General Studies Paper 2 of the UPSC syllabus, where we will analyze the effect of policies of politics of countries on India's interest. Here it is Iran. Also we will discuss government politics and interventions. So today's presentation is an important part of the UPSC syllabus, where it comes under General Studies Paper 2, and very very important. We will discuss and we will understand it. Timeline of Chabahar and Farjad Beg. In 2002, a consortium of ONGC Videsh, IOC and Oil India signed a contract for carrying out exploration of Forjat B block. Forjat B block is full of natural gas. So our company, the government organization or public sector undertaking PSU like ONGC, IOC and Oil India, they have signed a contract, an agreement, and the agreement is between India and Iran. And what is the objective of the agreement? To explore Forjat B block, which is full of natural gases. In 2003, our former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji and the former Iran President Syed Mohammad Khatami ji have signed a deal to develop Chabahar Port Complex. And Chabahar, France, Bam Railway Link. So these are the two different projects. The agreement has been signed between our former or our late Prime Minister Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji and the President of Iran Syed Mohammad Khatami. Then the contract of Forjat B got expired in the year 2009. Again in 2015, our Minister Nitin Gadkari ji has signed an MOU with Iran. And in 2016, our Prime Minister Honorable Narendra Modi ji visited Tehran and discussed Chabahar and Forjat with the President of Iran, Hassan Rouhani ji. And in 2017, Rouhani inaugurated the first phase of port. In 2018, Iran signed an agreement to lease the operational control of Chabahar port. So the contract was leased. Iran signed an agreement to lease the operation contract of Chabahar port. And latest development is that Iran has shown the door to India in both the projects, in Chabahar project and Forjat B project. So let's analyze this. Chabahar Jahedan Railway project. In the New Delhi Declaration, which was signed in 2013, between India and Iran, and they had decided, both the countries had decided to jointly develop the Chabahar port complex. So the deal was signed in 2003 to develop the Chabahar port complex, which is in Iran. The port development was exempted from the sanctions. Means the development of the port or the Chabahar port was excluded from the sanctions of the USA. India's main investment in the Chabahar port, where it has taken over operations of one terminal. In Chabahar port there are two terminals, and India has taken over the operation of one terminal, and it had progressed well in last few years. That means the work progressed very nicely. The developmental work of Chabahar port went very positively, handling 82 ships with 12 lakh tons of bulk cargo in 8,200 containers since December 2018. So why India is concerned for Chabahar port? India is concerned for Chabahar port because it has been seen and it has been observed, it has come to the notice of the government of India that India's relationship with China is going down slowly, but at the same time the relation between India and Iran is going forward. So Iran's growing proximity to China is a big concern for India. Further, Iran seems to be skeptical of India's diplomatic ties with the US. What does it mean? For a long period of time, India and USA have been developing a very healthy relationship, a very good relationship. And the relationship between USA and Iran is not up to the mark. So this is a concern for Iran. Further, gas field is also very important for India, because India needs gas and Iran is the nearest country to India. So Iran remains the first choice and the best choice for India for gas, as Iran is the closest country to India of all the countries in Persian Gulf region. So India is concerned for further the gas field. Chabahar is not only a key to maritime relation between both countries, but also provides an opportunity to provide India to reach Russia and Central Asia. Chabahar has got so many advantages. One is maritime relationship, because near Chabahar there is Gwadar port of Pakistan, which is being progression. It is being progressed and controlled and managed by China now. So in order to keep an eye upon the activity of China, Chabahar port becomes very, very important as far as the maritime relationship between both the countries are concerned. Also, Chabahar port will directly give us access to reach Russia, to reach Central Asia also. Again, it allows India to bypass Pakistan. Chabahar port will allow India to bypass Pakistan, which had blocked Indian aid to Afghanistan and all trade over land. So once we develop Chabahar port, our access to Afghanistan will be very, very easy. So India is concerned for Chabahar port. By building Chabahar port, India can improve its trade and business. So Chabahar port is very, very significant for us, for India. At the same time, further big gas field is also very, very important for us. Chabahar Jaidan railway project, again an important project between India and Iran. This is the Chabahar port of Iran. This is the Gwadar port of Pakistan, and when India wants to take its route to Afghanistan and other countries and Central Asia, Russia, then through Chabahar port it will be very, very easy for us. So it is very, very crucial to develop Chabahar port. Chabahar Jahedan railway project, a contract to develop the 628 kilometer railway line between Chabahar and Jahedan along the Iran-Afghanistan border was signed in 2016. So an MOU was signed to develop a railway line from Chabahar to Jahedan, which is 620 kilometer rail line. IRCON was appointed by the government of India to make a report about the feasibility of the project, and it was working with CDTIC, which is an Iranian company. So in 2016, the agreement was done between India and Iran to develop Chabahar-Jahedan railway line, which is 628 kilometers. This is the latest development of Chabahar Port and the railway, according to the railway chief. He says that Iran to continue cooperation with India on Chabahar line, says railway chief. In the latest twist, this is a twist because before this latest statement, there was a statement from Iranian officials that the deal between India and China over Chabahar Jaidan rail line is over because Iran has already started working itself. So according to the latest news of the Hindu dated 20th July, there is great possibility, hopes that Iran and India will once again cooperate and they will start the Chabahar rail line. In the latest twist to India Chabahar Jaidan rail project, Iran's railway minister said, what he said? He said that Iran and India are determined to continue. That means the project will be continued between India and Iran. The project is not stopped. So both the countries will start cooperating and they will start the project again. The Iranian railway minister said Iran and India are determined to continue cooperation on the railway line. The remarks contradict Iranian officials because before this latest statement, there was a remark from the Iranian official that Iran will develop the port itself, or Iran will develop the Chabahar-Dahezan railway line itself. So this is the latest development. This map clearly speaks about Chabahar port and its strategic importance. In order to access Afghanistan, Central Asia and Russia, bypassing Pakistan, India can directly access to Chabahar port, and from there, this is the rail line between Chabahar and Dahezan. So strategically, it is very, very important. And if India develop Chabahar port with Iran, definitely India will develop it. Then India will get all the accesses to Afghanistan, Central Asia, Russia, and many countries. At the same time, this is the Gwadar port of Pakistan, and this port is being developed by China. So we got to know that the location of Chabahar port is Iran. From Iran to Jaidan, the railway link will be constructed, and through the railway link, India can access to so many other countries. According to the Economic Times of December 2019, India and Iran to accelerate or to maximize Chabahar port operation, according to Jaishankar, our foreign external minister. This tweet clearly depicts that the relationship between India and Iran is great, and it says that agreed on accelerating our Chabahar project. So this is a tweet of 2019 December. Let's understand some facts, historical background of Iran and its cultural and political and geographical relationship with India. Iran is the 17th largest country in the world, and Iran shares border with so many countries like Iraq, Turkey, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. So, Iran shares its border with so many countries, and the currency of Iran is real. Also, let us understand what kind of educational contribution has been given by Iran to the world. Muhammad ibn Musa al Khwarizmi, he was a Persian mathematician, and he invented modern day algebra that we study at school and colleges. So the credit of algebra goes to the Persian mathematician Muhammad ibn Musa. Then Ibn Sina, a Persian polymath, is often called the father of modern medicine. The contribution of medicine of Iran to the world is extraordinary, as there are two great books like the Book of Healing and the Canon of Medicine. Both are very, very classical books which have all the facts and figures about the traditional medicines. And these are the contribution of Iran to the world. India and Iran relationship go beyond trade, business, according to Iran president. What is the president's statement? In 2018, the statement of president goes like, the relationship between two countries goes beyond trade and business. It means the two countries are not only connected through trade and business, they are also connected through other aspects. It goes back in history. We means India and Iran share cultural and historical relations. As we know that cultural and historical relations are very old. our and your artists means the artists of India and the artists of Iran, the engineers of India and the engineers of Iran, the mathematicians of India and the mathematicians of Iran, and later ensure that our relations, mean the relationship between India and Iran, goes back to history, means very old, and they are kept intact. Mental relationship is still good, absolutely fine. Which will strengthen or will make more powerful the relationship between India and Iran in the future. So this statement speaks many things about India and Iran. It speaks about cultural tie-up. It speaks about trade and business tie-up. It speaks about historical relationship. It speaks about the relationship of mathematicians. So there is a very long historical relationship between India and Iran. Then the contribution of Ustad Ahmad Lahori ji, who was a Persian architect. He is said, Ustad Ahmad Lahori is said to have been a chief architect of Taj Mahal in India. So the contribution of Ustad Ahmad Lahori is great in India. The Taj Mahal in India was built between 1632 to 1648 during the ruling period of Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. Independent India and Iran established diplomatic relationship in 1950. Means our relationship with Iran is very old. So as soon as India got its independence, the bilateral relationship between India and Iran was established. Mohammad Mossadegh was the Prime Minister of Iran during 1952 to 53. Has admired Gandhiji. This is a clear depiction of Gandhiji's respect in Iran. Gandhiji is the father of India. Mossadegh is also considered to be the father of Iran. So as 20th century anti-colonialist leaders in Asia were both Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. Mohammad Mossadegh. And they were regarded, or they are regarded by their countrymen in India and Iran as the father of the nation. So both are considered as the father of nation in the respective country. Mossadegh admired Gandhiji, who had become famous for his struggle for independence from the British in the first half of 20th century. Both men, means Gandhiji and Mossadegh, were lawyers, and they took the risk of their lives and endured repeated imprisonment. They went to prison, jail many times to defend their beliefs, and both were named Times Magazine's Man of the Year. So as Gandhiji is for India, the same way Mossadegh is for Iran. This is one of the oldest articles from the Hindu. It is the article of 1952, February 1. And the article says that the Indian Embassy and the Indo-Iranian Association in Tehran observed Mahatma Gandhi's Remembrance Day on the 30th. Among the highlights was the message by Dr. Mohammad Mossadegh, the Persian Prime Minister. And he says that, Mossadegh says that Mahatma Gandhi was a rare human being who, with a miraculous technique, brought India up to the heights of which she stands today. In Gandhiji's dictionary, religious differences and sectarian prejudices had no place whatever, because Gandhiji did not draw any discrimination among the ups and downs, upper caste and lower caste. He was against violence. He was against casteism. So the regards of Mahatma Gandhi was great in the heart of Mossadegh. In Gandhiji's dictionary, religious differences, there is no religious differences in the dictionary of Gandhiji. In fact, he was the greatest supporter of Indian Muslims. Gandhiji not only stabilized the greatness of his country in his own lifetime, but also left behind men like Jawaharlal Nehru, who is finished product of Gandhi schools. So, it clearly speaks that the regards of Gandhiji was great in the heart of Mossadegh. Then, Cold War. After the overthrow of Mossadegh, means after Mossadegh went out of the power in 1953, Iran under Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi came, and the relationship between India and Iran started going down. Because Shah did not like Indian Prime Minister Nehru's friendship with fellow NAM founder President Gamal Abdel Nasser of Egypt, for which the relationship between India and Iran started decreasing. Again, after the Cold War, during the Prime Minister of Narasimha Raoji, who had visited Iran in 1993, since then relationship between India and Iran has been improving. President Mohammad Khatami of Iran was the chief guest for India's Republic Day in 2003. It is a great respect of India towards Iran. So it implies that it indicates that the relation between India and Iran is increasing. Also, Iran emerges as India's most viable transit option for trade with Central Asia and Russia. It will be very, very difficult for India if we don't have access to Chabahar port. But yes, India can easily access Central Asia and Russia through Chabahar port, and it can increase its transaction, business and trade volume. India, Russia and Iran signed an agreement in 2000 for sending Indian cargo to Russia via Iran through a north-south corridor. So it becomes extremely very important for India to develop Chabahar port with the partnership of Iran. Gradually, in 2005, again the relationship between India and Iran became very favorable, became very good. It developed to the next level, and this is a report of the BBC World. According to it, 2005, in the end of 2005, 71% of Iranians viewed India's influence positively. That means 71% of the people in Iran, they accepted India very positively. They have regards for India and they accept India. With 21% viewing it negatively, which is very less. So India became a very favorite country of Iran during 2005. India votes against Iran in IAEA resolution. India on Friday joined the US in voting against Iran. So before this situation, before this development, the relation between Iran and India was good. But when India voted against Iran in a resolution passed by United Nations Atomic Watchdog, that is IAEA, censoring the Islamic nation over the controversial nuclear program and demanding that it stops uranium enrichment. Indirectly, India did not support Iran and it supported USA. So the relation between India and Iran again went down. India and Iran relationship in 2008. The relations were back again. Again the relationship became very healthy in 2008 when Iranian President Mohammad Ahmadinejad came to India and India reassured him to follow an independent policy towards Iran and not to succumb to US pressure. So again, the relationship between Iran and India started developing. in 2008. US will sanction whoever purchases Iran oil. This is the message of Reuters. The United States will continue to impose sanctions on whoever purchases Iran oil or conducts business with Iran. Revolutionary Guard. No oil waivers will be reissued, a US official said on Sunday. So US directly against Iran in so many respects, and it has imposed many sanctions also. Iran in 2018, Iran is in need of allies because India needs friends. India needs other countries. Rouhani hopes that he will be able to persuade India to invest billions in connectivity, infrastructure, industrial and energy projects. So India also aiming to invest in India, and Iran needs India and its ally. And the situation of Iran is not very healthy. A lot of protests are going in Iran since beginning for a long period of time. And Chabahar Port, the MOU on Chabahar Port gave India an 18 months lease of phase 1 of jointly built port, while the taxation agreement will be helping taxpayers to avoid paying double taxes on their income earned from the source country as well as the residence country. Means India has got the privilege or agreement to develop Chabahar Port. Port and Maritime Organization MPO, Iran and Indian Ports Global Limited will develop it. Chabahar Port consists of two separate ports named Shahid Kalantari and Shahid Behashti, and the development of India is on Shahid Behashti. So this is the end of my presentation of the topic. So if you have any doubts, any query, feel free and ask me the question. When we pass through Chabahar Port, Pakistan can attack on India. It is not expected and accepted that Pakistan will attack on India, because India is not such a very weak country so far, and we will have a very good detailed discussion whether India and Pakistan can attack each other because of the Chabahar port, because China is also developing its ports in Pakistan, that is the Gwadar port, as we saw it. So in my next presentation, again I will draw the attention what are the possibilities of Pakistan attacking in India. We will have a discussion upon it. Okay, anything else? So thank you very much for being a part of the presentation and for your active participation. I sure I have made my point and you have understood something and you have enhanced yourself, and I will be coming with I will be coming to you with so many latest development from the current affairs. So thank you very much. See you in my next presentation. So this is the end of the presentation and Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.